Tanya Plibersek, the revelations on Channel 10 this evening of male coalition staffers taking lewd photographs of themselves in Parliament House, including one of them reportedly pleasuring himself over the desk of a female MP. Have you ever heard of anything like this in Parliament House?
I honestly have no words, Lee. I have not, no. That came as a complete surprise to me tonight.
Where does this even go from here?
Look, obviously anybody who's behaved in that way shouldn't be working in Parliament House, but the bigger question is how do we make sure that this is not just a 24-hour political problem managed away by the government, but that real action is taken to provide a safe workplace for women who work in Parliament House.
It's hard to imagine this kind of stuff we've seen tonight and what we've heard about in recent weeks happening in any workplace. What's your theory as to how this has come about?
I honestly can't answer that, Lee. It still is so extraordinary to me. Like, tonight's story is so revolting, but more particularly the terrible experience that Brittany Higgins had, the way that it's just being treated as another political problem to manage, the allegations around the Attorney-General, again, just another political problem to manage. I find it so disturbing that these are just political problems to be managed. And the thing, it's terrible for the women involved here, but it also sends a terrible message to anybody who's been the victim of sexual assault about why would you come forward if this is the way you get treated when you do come forward. And we know that this is a huge problem already in Australia. There's an estimated only 1 in 10 sexual assaults get reported, and in New South Wales the conviction rates are less than 3% of those that do get reported. And then you see on top of that the way that Brittany Higgins and others have been treated when they do disclose. It's a real disincentive to come forward and to pursue justice for yourself. We know that there is very little justice for victims of sexual assault in Australia today.
We saw that Facebook group of Labor women the other week put their stories out and say that they felt like they couldn't come forward or speak up. What do you think it is that creates this culture? Is it just a straight power imbalance? What's the culture where women feel that they cannot come forwards?
Yeah, I think it's very important for me to restate to those women that you should come forward, we'll support you to come forward. This is not a problem that's unique to one side of politics. I've been very clear about that. It's how we respond that really sets us apart. And I would say nobody's asking you to keep secrets. Please know that you'll be supported if you come forward.
And when you said, because you said that the other day, has anyone come personally forward to you to say, Tanya, I'm a Labor staffer, can you help me out here?
I've had, since that time, a lot of people talk to me about sexual assaults in their past, but not workplace issues. What I would say is the way that we behave now will really define a lot of things for us as a nation over coming months and coming years. And to be really honest with you, Lee, if it's someone on our side who's behaved badly, I don't care. They should face all the consequences of their actions. This is not a time to be saying Scott Morrison needs to act and then be unwilling to do that ourselves.
You mentioned the Brittany Higgins matter. Tonight on Four Corners, the security guard who found an unconscious, naked Brittany Higgins tells her story. From what you've seen so far about the guard's account, does it raise any further questions in your mind? Oh,
it does. I mean, we have been asking all the way along what was the security breach that the Prime Minister keeps talking about, and the security guard makes it clear that staff are able to access Parliament House 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I've had to come back to work late at night. My staff have on occasion. That's not unusual. I think the more we find out about this matter, the more questions there are to answer. And unfortunately, we've got a Prime Minister that refuses to deal with any of those matters. This week, all of the past week, we've been asking, did he in fact ask his media team, have they been briefing against Brittany Higgins' loved ones to discredit the people who've been supporting her? He still refuses to answer that 7 days after Brittany Higgins first raised that at the March for Justice. The Prime Minister has been pretending that the Gaetjens review into this matter is ongoing, when in fact he's known for, I think, 9 days that the inquiry was suspended some time ago. So all of these things show a Prime Minister who is unwilling to deal with the substance of these issues and wants to treat it just as a political problem to be managed. And that's bad for Brittany Higgins. It's bad for other staff in this building who might come forward. But it's also terrible for all Australians who might be considering reporting a sexual assault if they think, look how hard it is. Look how hard it is to get someone to listen and believe me. Why would they come forward? It just makes it so much harder.
Tanya Plibersek, thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Lee Sales. Thanks for watching this story. If you'd like to watch more of 7:30's stories, they are on the left of your screen. And tap on the button below to subscribe and get the latest from ABC News.